Woo! We are back on the Mana Symbol channel, and I'm playing a little bit of Modern, and we're going to be playing a little bit of Temur Snow Control. I use the term snow generously here, but this deck went to 31st place in the recent Super Qualifier. This is a Temur-based control deck with a whopping 28 lands. 4 of them are Lonely Sandbar. Why the heck would you want to do that? Well, my closest guess is to support the 4 Wrenn and 6. So Wrenn and 6, the Planeswalker, this is one of the most powerful Planeswalkers per cost that's ever been printed in Modern. However, most of the format has adjusted in such a way that Wrenn and 6 is -1 that deals 1 damage to any target, is not killing a lot of creatures from a lot of aggressive decks. Monastery Swiftspear, Soulscar Mage, Death Shadow, Scourge of the Skyclaves, Tarmogoyf, these are the creatures of choice at the moment, and those creatures are largely unaffected by Wrenn and 6. Yes, you can ping off a Birds of Paradise or an Arbor Elf, but those decks are going to be aggressive with their mana, not aggressive with their creatures attacking you. However, Wrenn and 6's plus to return a land card from your graveyard to your hand is exceptional with fetch lands, but even more exceptional with cycle lands, and especially one that can cycle for a cheap cost of 1 mana. So I think the 4 Lonely Sandbars are to ensure that basically every game, one of the things you're looking to find is a Lonely Sandbar to engage this draw engine, which is likely to draw you into more lands since you're playing a whopping 28. You also get to pair up Wrenn and 6 with Jace the Mind Sculptor. This synergy is absolutely insane because if you're picking up a fetch land every turn, that means you are using Jace to brainstorm and you have a guaranteed shuffle. The downside of this is against decks like Burn and Prowess, you're losing 1 life point per turn. There's not a huge amount of life gain in the main deck. There's really not a lot of good access to incidental life gain in these colors. So there's a single Pulse of Murasa. I'm assuming you are looking to find this in aggressive matchups and deploy it. With all your card advantage, you can afford to play 4 Force of Negations, I assume, to spew those off at your opponent's spells that would disable your Planeswalkers. You've got 3 Cryptic Command. This is sort of one of the most powerful single cards in terms of a tempo gain, a 2-for-1, and it's just a real Swiss Army knife, as is Lightning Bolt. This is a removal spell that generally deals with most of the creatures you're going to run into in Modern, as well as can attack your opponent's Planeswalkers. You got Flame Slash for slightly bigger creatures, Spell Snare for 2 CMC spells. There's 2 of them in here. They team up with the single Snapcaster Mage. We got Ice-Fang Coatls. We got some Mana Leaks as interaction. We have 1 Shark Typhoon for a sort of late game powerhouse. 1 Magmatic Sinkhole as a slightly different form of removal. Can't go too heavily into eating our own graveyard. It is not surprising to see a 1 of Magmatic Sinkhole here, and this deals 5 damage to a creature or Planeswalker. On top of all of that, the real question is going to be, how are we actually planning on winning games? Most of the time, I believe our plan is to ultimate a Wrenn and 6 or Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace the Mind Sculptor, of course, wins the game on its own. Wrenn and 6 can team up with the Lightning Bolt to do it in fairly short order, or Cryptic Command just to control them out of the game, or Pulse of Murasa to gain 6 life over and over and over again against some of the aggressive decks. They'll just scoop to that. And there was a single Field of Ruin among our 28 lands. I really would think that we could get the number of Field of Ruins higher to use attacking our opponent's non-basics as a more aggressive strategy, as I really enjoy that in the Iceberg deck. But in that deck, it's able to pair up with Assassin's Trophy, so maybe that's not the case. And on top of this, our land base is really interesting because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basics. That's it. There is a Steam Vents, a Stomping Grounds, and a Breeding Pool. All 3 fetch or shock lands are here to fetch, but there's a single Volatile Fjord. So no Hinterland Forest is Rimeweald Forest is the green-blue, and there's no red-green Snowland. The red-green I wouldn't expect, but the blue-green I would have expected. I guess Ketria Triome is kind of filling in that role, but I really wonder how often we're going to be able to get our Ice-Fang Coatls online on turn 3 or even 4 with the mana base as constructed, but we'll see. And as I said before, the 4 Lonely Sandbars enable us to play one on an early turn and not lose out on the potential value later on. Then we got a sideboard that has all sorts of good stuff to deal with the modern format. So rather than going too deep into all of the different ways that could go, we're just gonna boogie on into a modern league here. See how she goes. A quiet chat tonight. I came on a little bit late, so I don't blame people for not being around. Yeah, I've heard that too, Hip Hop Anonymous. I have opinions, but I would like to see confirmation before I truly unload with them. But I have talked about it on stream already, mostly to the extent that I think it would be a good thing for Counterspell to be in Modern because I think it would be very playable as opposed to Legacy where it is fringe playable. And I think there should be a Counterspell format. I think Modern is a good place for that. And I think Remand will still see play, and I think even in fringe scenarios, maybe even Mana Leak could still see play. The biggest card hit is going to be Logic Knot, which doesn't see a lot of play anyway. So all right. First hand with the deck, we're on the play. I don't have enough mana to deploy most of the sort of heavier duty spells in this deck. No red cards, no green cards to start with. So, but as I mentioned before, there are 4 Lonely Sandbars in this deck, and being aware of that, I'm going to feel free to deploy this one off of turn 1. Yet again, I've... Ooh. These are the stops from playing Lantern Control earlier. Yet again, I've run into someone who does know that I stream, and they say they enjoy the stream, which is fun. So, Ljex, if you ever watch this replay, I acknowledge you. You out there, human. So, they did reveal Lurrus. Looks like it's going to be Jund Scourge Shadow. They can peep my hand if they want. They choose to deploy Hex Drinker instead. Well, that's a scotch terrifying, but we have at least 6 cards in our deck that will eventually deal with that, but in the current moment, it is terrifying. It's very quickly going to get out of control. Straight to combat, no land drop. I wonder if they have it post-combat. You playing with me there, opponent? They are not. No roying occurred on this day, and they do not pump their Hex Drinker. Choosing to get the Ketria Triome at the moment, just to get all my colors lined up. Sinkhole. I will deploy that on a Hex Drinker if they start leveling it up, but obviously they're going to have to work their shit out. I think the next land I'm likely to grab will be the Fjord as my first snow land I'm putting into play, which is obviously less than ideal, but I'll take it. So they could put this up to level 2 right now, but that is not enough to give it protection from instants. So this Sinkhole will be able to deal with that creature if it has to. Hey, El Rodeo-san. Hope things are going well. Getting beat up by a snack. The Danger Noodle. Danger, danger! So we've got blue, blue, blue. So this could get red or green if I wanted to. On basics, I believe I have one of each. Just going to double check the list here. Yes, I do. Red, the most likely get at this point. High voltage rock and roll, baby. Just like AC/DC prophesied. High voltage rock and roll. It's a Jack White song? It is not just a Jack White song. Oh my god, my stream title. Thank you. Thanks, Blitz. It's always fun to find out that nobody reads my tweets. Okay, so if I put Mana Leak into my graveyard and then I put the Foothills in my graveyard, then the Sinkhole is going to cost me just 2. All control, no Lantern. Yeah, and if I have to Spell Snare here, I can still Sinkhole. All control, no Lantern. Yo, that's me, baby. Jeskai in the streets, Grixis in the sheets. Prowess by day, unleash by night. Dose. 9! This is nicht richtig. All control, no Lantern. I could make a giant shark to try to block this, but I think it's better just to tell them to cut their nonsense out. Get out of here, you little nerd. Do 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 do. Opponent has a lot of pent-up cards. Like a lot. Huge. The most. Second Scourge. Yikes. Oh no, our 28 land deck is flooding. Who could have seen this coming? Obviously, Jerry Seinfeld. Yikes. I think I just have to make a 4/4 Shark. Like, I really don't think that casting the Shark Typhoon is the way to go here. Resolves. You got it. Well, that was fun. Hit me again, opponent. Do it. Fucking do it. Land. The most terrifying of all plays. I should know. Look at all my huge tracts of land. Oh, I play lands. And not just in Legacy. I mean, I did do that one time. Whee! I didn't say it was either of those things or none of those things. Mr. Maple Syrup. I did not. Oh, they got the push? Oh, they got Dismember. Just fucking ready to go. Yikes. Alright, well that was a sick top deck. That also was a sick top deck because this is my third Snowland. Ice-Fang. Don't have another Dismember opponent. That would be incredibly rude of you. It would definitely, mostly, almost kill me. Good lord. Oh, it's just Fatal Push, right? Right? Okay. So this means I can snap Sinkhole, which I definitely need to do. Oh my god, they're so big. Huge. Wow. Oh my god. It's like, wow. Because they would have dismembered if they could there, right? And I guess the danger is if they have a bolt, but if they do, that means I can block at least. I am doing all this streaming. Son of a bitch. Sure. So blocking with Snap is not going to kill this. So I am in trouble. Not that I wasn't already. Well, then on board. Unreal. Unfreaking real. It's all good. So these seem good. And then that guy. Oh, Dr. Jiggy Wiggy is great, if only for the reason that you explained, Jig, where you were saying you weren't actually Jiggy Wiggy. You were a lie. You were living a lie, my friend. So I guess at the end of that last game, what I should have done is gone Snap, Cryptic, bounce the Death Shadow. Yeah. Jiggy Wiggy. Jiggy Wiggy. I mean, I guess I could keep like Weather the Storm because this could mess up their Scourges. No, I wanted the Relic. Feels like there should be something to cut here that's obvious, but I don't think it's Flame Slash. Especially because Flame Slash can kill a Hex Drinker. All right. Sure. It's a very painless hand, which is nice. So I could just jam out this Ketria Triome, but I think instead I'm just going to get this EE on 1 out because I don't have any way to defend them taking it out of my hand. And a lot of their threats being so good on 1 is terrifying. Again, my mana base is not going to hurt me at all on the first couple turns. If they play Hexdrinker instead, I have a Lightning Bolt for that. And they can't deploy Scourge until they've done damage to me, or my life total is less than 20. So keeping my life total at 20 is a premium in this matchup. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic draw. Dr. Maple Syrup, MD Esquire. They have to have a Scourge in their hand, right? I mean, not necessarily, but feels like they probably do. See, that's a little frustrating. I mean, I'm definitely going to play it. And going to 19 is not the end of the world here. Like, 19, you could pretty easily kill a Scourge that comes down. I can no longer easily kill a Scourge that comes down. But I have a Cryptic. So if they don't have Black Source, Thoughtseize, Scourge, we'll be okay. Also, if they goof... Why do I love to prophesize my own doom? I am my own Cassandra. Which feels like it should be Cassandra. It's very Shakespearean. I am my own Cassandra. Still can't deploy a... So they can now play... Yeah, that one I'm not afraid of at the moment. The Death Shadow that I'm afraid of. Okay, so that'll be great starting next turn. I don't have a plan for this Scourge of the Skyclaves yet, but I'm assuming I'll develop one in desperation. I always do my best work I've got a burn player gun to my head. Well, this Mana Leak's gonna eat it. So I could find the one Sinkhole. Flame Slash would be very good too, because Flame Slash could team up with Wrenn and Six. Scalding Tarn. Scalding Tarn, excellent. Excellent draw. Definitely doing work. Aha! Okay. That actually is a good draw. Hashtag no sarcasm on hashtag. Or however you do that. I don't know. How about another land? Yeah, thanks. Thank you, deck. Yes. Thank you. That was most helpful. Oh, I'm ever so happy to have more lands. Oh, I love them. I love more lands. And I'll tell you, I've always wanted to die more often. I always thought it would be a romping good time if we would just all get together in a pile and just flop down dead. Rude. Mm-hmm. Yikes! I'm a manly man. I'm a manly man. I'm a man's man. Manly man. Man's man. All right. Cycle Sandbar. Lightning bolts. Not as helpful as one would like. They have 0 cards in hand, Mr. Maple Syrup. So I'm not as in danger. I'm going to pop this Engineered Explosives anyway, so I guess I should cycle this Relic before anything else, before I do anything else. Well, that was a touch unfortunate. I mean, it means I can deal with the Scourge next turn. If they split their attack... Well, how many cards can I put in my graveyard? 1, 2... 2 that I want to. But no, only 1 for free. You're concerned about their 2 peatlands? I wouldn't be. If I can pull ahead at like approximately this back and forth, then I think I'm going to be okay. And I think they kind of have to have Scourge attack my Wrenn and Six. So I'll see what they choose to do. I mean, they don't have infinite room to maneuver here. So like what they draw on this draw step and with either of their peatlands is going to be very important. Also, what they choose to attack here is going to be a big, big deal. Yeah, both attacking Wrenn and Six, not surprising. So let's at least get rid of the shadow. Scourge can hit the Wrenn and Six. As long as it doesn't kill it, I'm not really concerned. If they have a follow-up bolt or something like that, that's fine too. If they spend 3 mana to go get their Wrenn and Six, that's fine. Is that a boltable Goyf? It's not, but I could make it one. And they have 0 cards in hand. If I fetch, the Scourge becomes a 6/6, so let's not fetch if we can, which I believe I can. I'm pretty sure this next turn is going to involve some fancy shit, and I'm here for it. I can fetch and bolt the Goyf if I remove the graveyard afterwards, Mr. Maple Syrup. I can do that. Okay. So there's going to be a land in the graveyard. So pick up the Sandbar. Okay, how about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I have 5 mana. And I have to play the Sinkhole before I Relic. 6 mana if I sack the Scalding Tarn. I might have to use Wrenn and Six to ping, which means I lose the Sandbar. Oh, thanks, Smoochiolo. That is great. If I play this Pulse of Murasa, the Scourge dies, period. So that makes everything a lot easier. So I can fetch first. Yeah. Yeah, Pulse just kills the Scourge. That makes everything a lot easier. Let's go pick up this land. Fetch. Pulse is criminally overrated. It's a lot of mana for what it does. So, underrated? I'm not sure. But it's definitely better than it looks. Okay, if I'm going to Pulse anyway, can I play the Relic, crack the Relic, Pulse the land in response, then the Pulse gets removed? Play the Relic, crack the Relic, that clears the graveyard, and then go Pulse, Bolt? No, play the Relic, crack the Relic, in response... Yeah, no, I can't do it anyway. There's just too many card types in there right now. It's fine, I can lose the Pulse, I don't think it's a big deal. And I support that decision, Mr. Maple Syrup. And may I say, what a wonderful choice it was. So if they crack a Peat land in response, it doesn't help him. It doesn't help them here. Yeah. Okay. You can't get a sorcery in the graveyard. You could get an instant in the graveyard. Oh! Oh! Ah! It killed my Planeswalker! Ah! Ah! I wasn't expecting that. Alright, well, we got the Sinkhole for our next turn. Fuck! God damn it, I spent so long making that turn good, and then they ripped like that. I wasn't expecting them to be able to do something like that. That was not okay. Alright. That's fine. I just have no way to deal with this Lurrus that's coming. We're still ahead, but this makes it much, much worse. What the hell? You son of a bitch. They have enough to level that up right now. You... Oh my god. Gross. That was disgusting. That was not an okay sequence. I am no longer okay with anything that happened there. I have outs, but like, Jesus Christ. Oh, great. Awesome. Best timing. Alright, that's something. It's not a great something, but it's a something. Ugh. Oh, I'm still having trouble with that one. Jesus. Tastes bad. Okay. Even if I have to shock for untapped mana, I think I play Wrenn and Six here, pick up a Sandbar. Oh my god. No, it's all good. I mean, I don't believe in nonsense like people being responsible for how random events shook out. Oof. It's currently at 3. It's about to go to 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So they can't get it to 8, which is what matters at the moment. So why did they leave 1 mana open? They have a bolt? Oh, there is a basic. That's good. Blue, blue, blue. Good. Okay. I mean, I believe it's possible for us to pull out of this, but like, oof, that was just not okay. So what I want to find is Jace, because that lets me bounce the Hex Drinker. Well, that could have blocked the Hex Drinker, but it can't anymore because it's about to have protection from everything. My opponent's at 6. What if I try to find some bolts? I think that's the only plan now. Ice-Fang can buzz them. And then, yeah. So let's get rid of this Tarmogoyf while they're tapped down. I have Veil plus Ice-Fang. So can't kill the Hex Drinker, won't kill the Hex Drinker. I'm not counting on it killing the Hex Drinker, but it might be able to kill them. Especially if they don't attack down my Wrenn and Six. Well, that sucks. That is what I was looking for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't kill them yet. I don't want to take the 3 here, but I don't want to cast Veil on this. Maybe I should just take the 3 here. It's bad because it puts me on like a 2-turn clock, but I think my other options are worse. I think they are. Wow. They're dead. They're very dead. Whew! It's a good thing I looked at their life total, huh? Woo, woo. Magic. Come on now. Poke. And poke. Get out of here. Whew! Made it. Aether Gust better than Mana Leak, anybody, against the Tarmogoyf Hextrigger deck? Does anyone think it might be a choice? I think it might be a choice. Yeah, the relics were definitely really good, although could have played them a little tighter. The engineer explosives was important. Probably, I would like to get this last Aether Gust in, but like, I'm not convinced it's better than anything that's in the deck, unfortunately. Thanks, Shauna. Also, welcome. How you doing? Is this hand good? Yeah, it's alright. EE to kill Hex Drinker is good. Put him ult to 6. Let's get him. Come on now. We gonna go and we gonna get him. Better than third Jace. Maybe. The Jace was really good in one of the games I had it in until they also, like, they just had the bolt in their hand. But, I mean, you can't beat that, right? Like, they have plenty of things in their deck that are not good or specifically useful against Jace. So I think the 3 Jaces are pretty important as a late game. Maybe. I mean, I did look at it and consider it, Shauna. So I'm just arguing with myself as much as you. Oh. They chose the Spell Snare. It's interesting. I wonder why. Why did you do this, opponent? Weird RPG. Is that like the name of an RPG, or was it an RPG that was weird? You don't like Jace very much? Oh, I don't think we're gonna be friends. No, I'm kidding. You're great. Yikes! Come on now. Jeez. Well, slow down. Maybe try buying me a coffee first or something. I don't know, but jeez, I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. Save targets, yes, please. Get out of here. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Inquisition. Get the fudge out. Fetch, shock, Death Shadow. Dealer's choice. To get their Luris for the first time. That's what we're looking to draw. That sounds fantastic, Shauna. That string of words is fantastic, and I celebrate you. Well, now that's a pretty good draw right there, isn't it? Anyone? Bueller? I don't know how you were playing RPGs before. Sounds correct to me. Get out of here. Boosh. Dunked on. Fuck out of here. Okay. Now, since they... How many sandbars? I just lost the one. Okay, that's good. They don't have haste creatures, so smash? Question mark? The creature I'm most concerned about them having is Hex Drinker. I'm incredibly concerned about them having a Hex Drinker, but can't deal with it for now. If I can get one more turn. Okay, that doesn't look like a Hex Drinker. It looks like a Tarmogoyf. Is that a Tarmogoyf? Is that Tarmogoyf? Holy crap. Holy freaking crap. Alright. You know what you must do, surprise snack. Kill him. Kill him now. Well, not now, but later now. Like when they attack. Do the thing. No. Okay. But that was a fatal push. Not allowed. Nope. Gosh, they have a lot of basics in play. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Do you have a plan? Or are we just... No. Okay. Very well then. Yikes. I guess I'm letting the Scourge attack me. Or Wrenn and Six. I mean, I really don't think I can blow a Cryptic Command on it. And I'm worried about them having Veil here. Not that... I think I'm just letting this go. I mean... Bouncing it... I mean, it's a 2... It's a 2-2. I'm not dying here. See, that I'll counter draw. Especially now they have 0 cards in hand. Boing. Bouncing the Scourge wouldn't have actually really done anything there, so I didn't. Yikes! Okay, this is, yeah. 28 lands, I mean... Please nothing horrifying. Please. One time for the one time. Yeah. Okay, that's not so bad. The eventual draw. Seriously? That's where I'm at? Okay. If they drew like a lightning bolt or some shit here, I'm gonna lose it a little bit. Danger Zone! It's not my deck, Shauna! It's not my deck! Oh my god. The threat density. Stop. Alright. I guess now that I haven't seen a Scourge in one turn, it's time to thin my deck and call forth the Scourge. Scourge is going to be the top card of the deck. 100%. There's just no way it won't be. Jace? Snow cover for... Yeah. That's like a Jace. That's exactly like a Jace. Thank you. Call forth the Scourge. Need the little counter. It's been 1 day since the Scourge is threatened by life total. I am assuming they're killing my Wrenn and Six. Yeah, they are. And what terrifying other card did you draw, opponent? Oh, good. Oh, good. Any fetch land kills me. This Lonely Sandbar is not a double draw, as it should have been on any of those previous. You have got to be kidding me. 28 lands. What are you thinking, sir? What are you thinking? So I cannot imagine what they could draw here that wouldn't basically just kill me. Well, I'm at 2. I did such a good job of preserving my life total this whole freaking game, and I'm at 2. Okay. Don't bolt me. Don't do it. If you bolt me, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. I want you to know that. Hex Drinker, level it up 6 times. Who said another shadow? Someone said another shadow. Great. Fucking great. Alright. Jesus Christ. The threat densities out of these decks is just obscene. I don't know how... I was really hoping that this was going to work. It's a sample size of 1. We did win 1 game. We were in position to win that game. We were very much in position to win that game. But instead, we could only spell land. L-A-N-D. How does this deck win? Wrenn and Six Emblem or Jace Ultimate, I assume. I mean, 1 game our opponent was at 5, and we just went Bolt, Wrenn and Six, attack you for 1 with Ice-Fang. These are my kind of decks, dude. I love these decks. Snake love bites. That's what we call them, yeah. Snake just gives you a little love bite. Like a cat. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm not sure why these queues are taking so long tonight. He said as the queue hit. Alright. I hit the join match button. I know that I did. There we go. Okay, I think I'm mulligan that hand, and I think we keep this one. Ship a Wrenn and Six, and assume we're going to draw a fetch land. Well, shit. Oh, yeah. Well, this seems fair. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. 3 mana in spells. Then they're going to play another 4 mana in spells. And we'll see if they decide to be done at that point. Explore. Okay, the free cantrip. That's it? It's not it. Okay. Oh my god. So, I can deal with both their creatures. But I know they have a different land in their hand. They have the Turn Timber. So I can't start killing their creatures until I make sure they're not playing a Titan next turn. They locked their Growth Chamber in play, which was a weird move until they show me that. Oh my god, the Mana Leak's not going to do it. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Yeah, if they do it right. Which, I mean, there's no reason for them not to. Unreal. Maybe they just play the Turn Timber, which they don't have as much mana to do. And it doesn't necessarily hit a Titan. They missed. Maybe there is a god. Maybe there is a god. Do I know what their hand is? I don't think that I do. Holy shit. Yeah. What is the danger in playing Wrenn and Six here? Really isn't one. But the loyalty doesn't end up being any higher by going that direction rather than just killing this. Turn Timber miss. That's unreal. Wow. Well, there's the Valakut. Really hope they don't have a Titan now. Nope. Okay, so we're just going to go Snap Pressure. My hand definitely sucks. Although, that could get us there. They have 8 mana for a Titan, but they can't mana leak. They can't pay for mana leak at the moment. If they had a Titan so far, they would have played it. Jesus. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I really wish I had another blue source. That would be an exceptional card to have. So they're on a 3-turn clock from here. There we go. Oof. Sorry, 2-turn clock. 1-turn clock. Come on, baby! Hold together. Stay on target. Can't say him! Stay on target. I cannot believe we got through that. You know what the real slapping hierarchy is, Shauna? RNG slaps everyone. RNG doesn't give a who your father is, who your mother is, where you were born, what you did. Okay. Mana Leak, generally not so good. Spell Snare, definitely not so good. I think Force is okay. The one true god of magic, that's right. It feels weird to shun Mana Leak after that game. Wildfire, pretty hot. Oh, Cleansing Wildfire? You think so? It's man, I don't know about that one. I mean, I'm willing to play it. I'm just not. Force is really bad with your threat density. I guess so. It's just, I don't know. Turn Timber and Amulet are scary cards, but we'll see. I like that we had multiple mana leaks that game the whole time. We didn't cast any of them ever. The one time I could have cast a mana leak, they had like infinite mana up. Yeah. I mean, we'll see if Dirtly Games are the name of the game here. No Omelet is comfy. Amulet can dirtle better than we do. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the draw. Sinkhole? Well, killing Dryad is pretty important, I think. Oh, boy. Alright. One Snapcaster is doing work. Mama's leaking. Mama just leaked to death. So I'm setting up a third blue in case I draw one of my Cryptics next turn. Could mana leak that. If they have a Karoo land, you say no? Oh, they can't use cast mana pay for the mana leak. No, correct. Do I leak that? I know they have a forest in their hand. So I guess if they have a Dryad, they could resolve it. Yeah. Worst case scenario, I just get to deploy Ice-Fang, so we're fine here. Grazer. They still have a natural land drop. I'm not stopping that. Oh, neat. That gets them an untap. I mean, it was going to come into play untapped anyway, but that got them an untap. Now they play Dryad? Or Azusa? Nope, nothing. All right. Surprise snack. Blue, blue, blue. So there's another snowland. Still many snowlands away from accomplishing anything, but that's fine. Yikes. They're low on resources, but they're getting to the point where they have enough mana to pay for mana leak, like no matter what. So I'm really hoping they just jam a Titan here, because they have exactly two more than what they need. Oh boy. Should have played the second red there so I could bolt, snap, bolt. At this point, what I'm going to do is do this, and then do this. Yeah, I should have done that, but I didn't. I mean, for the moment, I can Aether Gust it, but I need to start planning for Mana Leak being totally useless. Pact. Resolved. So Aether Gust gives me a turn here, and then we can go Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Oh, it's Tireless Tracker. Interesting. They put it on top. But they also need to pay for the pact next turn, so that makes it a lot easier to deal with. Handwear Battle Miss, sure. I would really like to draw a Jace or a Wrenn and Six, please. I'm pretty sure, though, I get to go Mana Leak, Snap, Mana Leak here, if I want to, which is obviously not that good, but 4, and then 1, 2, 3. They only have 2 afterwards. Depending on how they pay for it, I think I can Mana Leak the tracker. 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I should be able to. Unless their last card is land, which is fine by me, too. Yeah. They don't play it. Opponent is a coward. But a smart one. There we go. Your cowardice will not assist you against Cryptic Command. The greatest of all cards in Modern. Not counting Primeval Titan. Or, Heliod, the Sun Crowned. Oh, also. And then also. Oh, and also. There's a lot of other really good cards. Sleeve up double red. Let's leave up double red. Triple red. Double red's fine. Whatever. Yay! Yay! Opponent flooded pretty badly. Usually there's been 5 or 6 more Titans by that point. Say 5 or 6. I mean like 2. This deck is slick. It feels like Blue Moon plus plus Wrenn and Six. The Trillion Lands. Good night, Mr. Maple Syrup. Oh, sorry, Drive My Bus. Not right now. We're recording for YouTube. Gotta keep that content going. Gotta keep that content. Gotta keep that content going. Thanks, Fred. Old school Uro pile without the OP cards. It's got my favorite one. My favorite one left. My favorite 2-drop in Modern. Oh wait. God, that's so hard. Oh, they're both so great. Well, I don't think Stoneforge Mystic can be your favorite forever. Because it hasn't been in Modern forever. But I do have 4 Stoneforge Mystics hanging out somewhere nearby me that have never seen the light of day. They were in Double Masters. I bought them conditionally according to the DCI. The rules of engagement in Modern prohibit both players from playing cards such as Great Furnace, Mox Opal, Arkham's Astrolabe. All right. So, forgot the man, the legend, Uro Titan. Oh, I didn't forget him. I just didn't mention him this time because pain. All right. So, ongoing subject of debate. I say debate mostly with myself. Is the Strixhaven instant and sorcery theme really, really quiet to anyone else, or is this? Am I just an old man who refuses to believe that the themes and sets now, like, basically since then, nothing has ever been like Mirrodin? Like, what is the most exciting instant or sorcery in blue? It might be Test of Talents. Yikes. Well, Memory Lapse is not a new card, but I mean, I guess if the Mystic Archive is supposed to be their selling point. Yeah, I can keep that. Sorry, multiple choice? Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's a sorcery. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I mean, thematically, it's all great. I wouldn't define it as great. I mean, it's just so quiet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Power level wise, can we please not repeat Mirrodin block? We're just recovering from Eldraine. Right, but I mean, Eldraine's problems were not that its themes were too loud or anything like that. And adventure cards as a group are awesome, right? The problem cards in Eldraine had nothing to do with the themes. I guess it's standard adventure is kind of busted, but like adventure was like the fifth thing that was busted. Fracture is good. Same with Tear Apart. But they don't, those cards don't like speak to the theme, right? Fuck. Maybe they'll downtick. They did. Okay. What are you getting? Coding? Spyglass. Yikes. They're not gonna name Scalding Tarn, right? So they probably will with this hand. But I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Like, I can mana leak this, but... Alright, let's see what they do. Got a leak? I don't think I got a leak. I definitely don't got a leak. I'm playing 28 lands. They name Scalding Tarn, sure. Okay. What? Thanks, Sean. Oh my god. Okay, that cannot be counted against me, by the way. That's bullshit is what that is right there. That's unfucking real. Holy crap. Wait, they let the... But the... Come on! It's not fair. That's not fair. I mean... There's nothing else to say about it. Oh my god. Fuck off.
It's hammer time!
Because they wanted to play the Walking Ballista. I'd already spewed off enough cards they didn't care anymore about it, Dex Gunner. They're gonna TKS me now? I mean... We'll see. They could just Sunring Titan, and then I'm dead. Greatest Spyglass of all time. Yeah, it's pretty good. Mystic Forge. That's spicy. Seems like a bad matchup. It didn't need to be. It didn't need to be at all. Their draw was ridiculous. And they're playing it very well from this point. Like, they know what's important. I'm never going to be able to come back from that Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, okay. Mystic Forge, sorry. Mystic Forge. I don't think it's a bad matchup overall. I just think that was a brutally good draw from them. I mean, at every stage. They had turn 3 Tron without mulliganing at all. It just all came together beautifully for them. Does not look like we have a lot of sideboard cards here, though. I guess I could get Engineered Explosives, but I probably should. Force of Negation is probably important this time. Spell Snare certainly can be. Yeah. Fast mana was something. Night Shadow. Maybe what I'm supposed to do is take out some bolts. I don't really kill many of their good... Oh, it does shoot down Karn, though. I'm doing my best, friend. I'm doing my best. We have, for the record, 11 fetches in this deck. 11. And I drew 3 Scalding Tarns? Or did I draw all 4? I had 3 in my hand and 1 in my graveyard. I had all 4. Unreal. Unreal. Just the greatest Magic the Gathering player. Okay. Okay. I think Mana Leak is not particularly good here, but I think it's probably still important to have. Alright. If their hand isn't nuts again, we'll be maybe okay. Campbell has now won 10 straight starts this season in net for the Leafs. I don't really think I know what any of that means. Like, literally. Like, I can guess. Got it. Well, turn 3 Tron again on their 7. That's fun. Oh, this time I don't have any kind of counter magic. Even more fun. See if I can find some. Or maybe I'm just getting trashed out of this game, like, instantly. Again. Nope. Hooray! Oh, well. I wanted that card. I really did. We got your underpants, Skinner. Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's not true. I can buy a new pair. Oh, no, I can't. I needed those. I really did. Takes the lightning bolt. Yeah. Alright. I'm glad we're all having fun here. Are we all having fun here? I'm having fun here. Well, now that's a pretty good one. What was the one they fetched for power plant? Sure. All right. Ice-Fang. It may be your solemn duty to die for Wrenn and Six. I hope you're ready. Scavenger grounds. Wow, that is such a kick in the teeth. Like, this matchup, dude. This fucking matchup. I think I was wrong. I think this matchup is probably horrendous. Good lord. Oh. I mean, it doesn't hurt that they had turn 3 Tron both games, but like, holy crap. Yikes. I can't process. Last game they played like no threats. This game just vomited out creatures. I don't even know where to go. I'm really hoping they go land Smasher before combat so I can go counter tap and just like feel like I'm doing something. So I can go. Oh my god. Cavern. Why wouldn't they have Cavern? Got it. I mean, I could go tap draw, but there's no Wrath. I have no Wrath. There is no Wrath in these colors. Yep. I think I was probably wrong. No Blasphemous Act. It's not really a Wrath, though it would work here. But no, we're not playing it. How much does it cost? 10? I mean, I could play it here. There's 4 creatures in play. But no, we're not playing it. 9? Okay. Is there anything worth even trying to do here? Like, I don't think so. They just hit us way too hard that game. That was insane. All right. Match the third. That unlike Jun Shadow, that did not feel close. Not even a little bit. That was gross. Totally heinous. That sweet 1/2 bracket action. No, no. Burn in the 1/2 bracket? No, okay. Arid Mesa, is it Zoo? Search tomorrow. Oh no. Oh no. Red green Titan shift. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Sure. Yep. Alright. I gotta find counter magic quick. So what's the best way to actually play out this curve though? Yeah, that may have been a mistake the way I did it. I'm pretty sure I have to be spending this turn cycling. Well, all I can do is play Ice-Fang this turn and then cycle next turn. Second Valakut. Hey, JK Torboard. Not great. We're 1-2. Although we had a very tight loss to Jund where they drew triple Death Shadow in a late game sort of grindy game state, so that was less than thrilling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they only have 4 mountains in play, so they're not triggering their Valakuts yet, but they will be. They will be. Ah. So the reason I'm doing this way is if I don't hit Mana Leak. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. That was the explanation for what I was doing there. So we play Wrenn and Six. I didn't hit the Mana Leak, so there's nothing I can do if they play a Titan. If they play a Titan, I'm just fucked. But if they have Scape Shift here, I can survive. So just comes down to what card they have. Uh-oh. Well, that was unexpected. They bolted my Wrenn and Six? So I can't kill their dwarf without killing it. Let's see. Just still kill the dwarf, though? I don't need to do it at sorcery speed. They don't have an instant speed ability to just bang pop the dwarf or anything like that. Yeah. This needs to have a target to resolve. No longer has a target. However, what I need to worry about now is there's them like slow rolling their way through a million Valakut triggers. Like, that is going to be 6 damage when it comes down. Yeah. Well, I can't do that this turn. Potentially next turn, yeah. We'll see. Yeah, pretty much. If I make a single token, it's not really going to do it, right? I'm really looking for Force of Negations and Cryptics. There are 6 more in this deck. Pulsed the Force. I actually think I am going to cycle the Shark Typhoon, because then I get it at their end step, and so I have a guaranteed attack. And if they no, it's all good. It's all good, Amulet. Just, I think it would be played more often if it was any card. Yeah, it's only lands and creatures. I don't think it could be an instant if that was the case. That would be insane. So depending on what happens this turn, I may have to dig for a Force or a Cryptic. That's why I can't play the Shark Typhoon. What if they drop a fetch, though? What do you mean, what if they drop a fetch? Like, I'm in huge trouble then. What? What? I could just die is what happens. But, like, playing the Shark Typhoon this turn means I have literally 0 outs if they did that, right? Whereas now, I can cycle the Shark Typhoon, and they can kill the token. Oh, sure, but then, like, fine. But then they're not killing me at least. So it's, like, giving me some time. Because this is going to help me dig towards Force of Negation or something. And I have Pulse of Murasa, which undoes 1 fetch land for the moment. Yeah, exactly. So that's a great land to have here. Pick up the Sandbar. Attack them for 5. So I think I only need to dodge about 1 more turn, and I actually have Snap Force or Snap Pulse. I have 5 damage this turn. And then next turn 7.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you.
Yeah. We have lethal in a whole bunch of different ways, yeah, Blitz. Snap plus Wrenn and Six ping plus the creatures in play will do it. Fire Prophecy. That can resolve because I can pulse back the creature. Also, Snap Bolts kills them too. 6, 7. Oh, Snap Wrenn and Six, Wrenn and Six. Okay, so I don't need the Ice-Fang for lethal here. So they put that 1 card in their hand on the bottom. Then they rinse and repeat it. Looks like they don't have it. I can go Snap Bolt if they have a burn spell. You want to stop the land draw? No, I don't need to. I had the Pulse. They had one card in hand. They were going to put it on the bottom and draw a new card. If they draw a land, they play the land, they point the triggers at me, and I go Pulse in response, play the Snap, kill you. So, and I still have, yep, yes, yep, was ready for that. Oh, it gains 6 life. It doesn't gain a little life either. It gains 6 life for 3 mana. It is incredibly efficient. It is the green timely reinforcements. Slash out, Sinkhole out. Well, thanks, Drive My Bus. I do what I can. Making sick plays. Some of them might even be nasty. Thick nasty. Let's see. Got a Jace. Got Wista. Hey, I think this deck might have 1 land too many. 28 is a gratuitous amount. Drop the Wrens for Tarmogoyfs and run Feed the Clan. But Pulse pulls cards out of my graveyard, JK Torborg, thus reducing the size of Tarmogoyf potentially. That seems nonsensical. That seems like nonsense, sir. Nonsense. And I shall not have you brandishing it about in my channel. The only thing we brandish about is crab pincers. Hey. This really looks like a mulligan. This is not much better, but it's better. Burn would be very upsetty with your deck. I think Burn would have just the worst time. No. We're playing much worse cards than that deck. We're not playing any namby-pamby creatures that need other creatures entering the battlefield. Yeah, without the payoffs, you get more life gain. So you're not thinking with portals here, Blitz. You got to be thinking with portals. Popper slivers shitting on elf decks or devil decks, sorry. That sounds fun. Good cards, gross. Good cards are the best, sir. I will not have you slandering the good cards. Blitz, you usually don't play win conditions. You just play a collection of crabs and heap them at your opponent. Spicy Esperless. That sounds fantastic, you man. Oh yeah, I forgot we dodged the whole Transmogrify thing. Or this. I wonder if they have an out for this. Doesn't look like it. No. Opponent, your deck would be much more terrifying without this part of it. I'm not judging you, I'm just saying. Those are win cons, sir. I believe your high synergy crab deck to be pure nonsense. So if they have mountain into... Sorry, not mountain. Dwarven Mine into Transmogrify, they would get me here. Because I'm hard casting Force. I think it's pretty unlikely. Veil's more likely. Okay. Whew. Uh-oh. Scared me, opponent. Oh. Well. Good thing I have a field for that Valakut. Valakut down in the prime of its life. Bam. Yikes. Okay, I would really like to draw my Wrenn and Six. Or a Jace, or anything at this point. Just want to draw one of them good cards. Alright. Here it comes, and this time I can't beat it. Pay more. Rude. Resolves. Uh-oh. Whoops. Holy shit. Oh my god, Felidar Sovereign. The ultimate choice in win condition. You got me. No Emrakul. I know. I wasn't sure if it was going to be Emrakul or Primeval Titan because they haven't actually attempted to cast a Titan yet. So I was sitting here being like, is it gonna be an Emrakul or is it just gonna be sadness? The answer was sadness. You want Dragonstorm to be a thing? I mean, Ironcrag Feet exists. Yeah, alright, fine. Opponent mulliganed? Sick. Seething Song? You can't have Seething Song. Ironcrag Feet should get you there, though. Pretty well. I mean, that sounds like a quality against the odds to me. What are you liking? Pyretic Ritual? The two of the splice card? I think that kind of makes a Seething Song, right? I don't remember. I think that it does. Rite of Flame? Well, Rite of Flame's also banned. Right? Like... Just unban both. That's unsafe. It's turn 3 and my opponent has yet to cast a spell. I am terrified. But my mana leaks are very live. Alright. They can't go for their Dwarven Mind nonsense yet. Probably should have played the Stomping Grounds there. Huh. Alrighty then. Does anyone know if they ever played a Castle Garenbrig? I can't remember. Rats. I'm going to assume they didn't. Okay, they just drew the second Valakut. But they need many more mountains to make those do anything. Bottom, yeah. I have 2 pieces of top tier counter magic here. 3 really, but I can play 2 in 1 turn. So the concern is Veil of Summer more than anything else, I guess. Farseek. What if we didn't? Nope. Bad opponent. Huh! I'm not pregnant. You're pregnant, chat. Chat's the father. Okay, so I'm brainstorming this turn because I'm a coward. It's not really what I wanted to see. Spell Snare could be okay, though. They fetch? Weird. Why now? Why here? So many questions. So little Tam. But Tam's what we don't get. Tam. Hey, buddy. They put it on top. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to Jace that to the bottom, so I need this draw to be really good. Okay. Aether Gust is spell or permanent? Yeah, it's quality construction. Okay, opponent, I need you not to have a second Titan. I can't deal. I cannot. I can't do it. Okay, we have to brainstorm here. Unless I top deck Cryptic. I have to brainstorm. Okay. Should have kept the blue land, but I'm not going to worry about it now. I think it would be terrible for the format, JK Torborg. Like, the worst. But I'm pretty biased. No. You do not need to punish multicolor more, alright? Do you understand what Fetch Shock is? Fetch Shock is so brutal for playing multicolor already. It is disgusting. It's so bad, man. Okay, so do I let them have that? Because it takes their whole turn, and I Cryptic, and then I probably draw to the win? Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you do not need to punish the archetype that barely, like, is struggling to survive by making it worse already. Like, they're playing things like main deck timely reinforcements in the Omnath deck. The deck with Omnath is playing main deck timely reinforcements. Yeah, it's not a problem with 4-color decks. It's a problem with the Omnath money pile. Okay. I guess this is happening? Sure. If they have escape shift, do I die? They do. They haven't actually shown me escape shift yet. Yeah. What? No, they've had 4 cards in hand forever, Blitz. If they had a land, they would have played it by now. They would have been playing lands out because they would have been trying to get to 5 mountains so that their next mountain could be a triple bolt. They also need to they also want to get their Dwarven Mines online. The thing I'm most concerned about is like if they have a 4-mana spell they can force through. I don't think that they will, so I'm leaving it on top, but I think there is a chance that that was wrong. We'll see. Alright. An actual factual mountain doesn't help them that much unless they specifically have a 4-mana spell that they can now resolve from their mana leak. It's controller. This is just going to get me Ice-Fang and Snapcaster. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller reveals stars to the top of their library until they reveal an artifact or okay. Neat. Oh, my snap already died. You got me, opponent. That was they went down in style. Opponent went down in style. Oh! That's a tough one. I know, they got me. I didn't have enough creatures to get the full value. No, I don't think that they knew. I think they were scooping. Right. Yeah, but like yeah, if they had been bluffing there to resolve a bolt on my Jace, then yeah. When they bolted my Snapcaster earlier, that's when I was like, okay, we're going for Jace. And I think I balanced it pretty well, where I was choosing to like make sure that I had a spell to interact with, because we had fetches all the time to always make it a brainstorm. So I don't know. I was pretty happy with how that went. Sure. Ooh. Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants, with your island that's clearly not a magic card. I don't really mean that. It's actually beautiful. I don't like this being an island in Magic, but whatever. It is a gorgeous piece of art. I mean, I like the concept. Yeah. Fetches don't make the brainstorm a brainstorm. They just make it a playable card. You like those lands? I mean, I like the art of them. That's not a Magic card. This is a Pokemon Energy one. Like, for all intents and purposes, that's the same deal. That's the same problem. How do you think Brainstorm's going to do in Historic? I have no idea. I'm kind of... Yeah, exactly. That would be a sweet t-shirt, right? Or a poster, or, you know, a tattoo. Is Jeskai something? Aha. Flagstones with a fetch land? Huh. Okay. Flagstones and a fetch land. Okay. It's just Jeskai Wildfire or Cleansing Fire control. It won't be the Lotus Field deck, I don't think, Blitz, because the Lotus Field deck wouldn't play fetches. Okay, we're just discarding to hand size here, which is fine. I'm no longer discarding to hand size, which is fine. No, am I? No, this is fine, right? No, I want to kill this. If I have to, I'll force the 4-drop. Keeping Wrenn and Six going is pretty important. Plus, they just kind of gave me a free card back, so... I love that 1-card rebate. Available in select stores. Yeah, I think it's the Wildfire one, the one that's playing less clunky bad cards. I want to see if I draw a better blue card to pitch to force than force. I think I'm letting this resolve. They both get tap lands, so they're not accelerating this turn. Although if they play a Lotus Field for their land drop, I'm going to be kind of ticked off. Oh, excuse me, opponent, you shouldn't be playing that. Uh-oh. This is fine. Getting a raid from Everos with a party of...
You can run,
oh,
but you
A3.
can't glide.
Holy jumping. Hope you're doing well, friend. I just had my Wrenn and Six lightning bolted, and I'm feeling sassy. Have your Wrenn and Sixes checked today for fleas and ticks. It's more important than you think. Did you know that every year over 4 households' Wrenn and Sixes are infected with blight? I don't know, I'm switching the joke back and forth. Don't worry about it.
That's so ratchet.
Oh, that card. No, 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 no. No, no, you will die. Oh. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. Never, hold on. So. Woof. The lands. I was just singing about you, Kirkinator. What to be embarrassed about. I mean, Blitz. I mean, whatever. You're all great. No touchy. Game's pretty over now? You don't know that, Jig. You don't know that. Could go south real quick for me. Teferi 5 is a hell of a card. Oh, sorry, Dr. Jiggy. Dr. Jig is what I said. Well, Jig is what I said. Doctor is what I should have attached to it. Oh, opponent just had to switch. My opponent was in Everos's stream. uh, oh, no worries. My opponent's being all nice. Jeez, Everos, why you gotta be part of this stream sniping conspiracy? Now I've gotta get a hand hider. Mine will be Simpson themed. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Accidental sweet. Yeah, sure. Accidentally. You accidentally helped my opponent win the game. I see how it is. I got it. I'm good. Don't worry about it. It's like you accidentally raided me because you're a good dude. Accidentally. That's the last basic. Their paths are live, baby. Batten down the hatches. The paths are coming. Oh, yeah. All right. I love this Wrenn and Six Lonely Sandbar full commitment. I really do. 4 Lonely Sandbars and Wrenn and Six. This human being. This is a deck after my own heart. That's. I was like, Shark Typhoon? Castle Interest. Okay. Supremely improving the quality of your draw, opponent. That's cute. Wouldn't you rather just draw a card every single turn for a single blue mana and a small investment, a small one-time investment of red-green? For is the loneliest sandbar that you'll ever play. One can be as good as 4, because you can only have 1 Wrenn and 6 and play at the same time. Correct, JK Torborg, but the tightness in colors in the early turns in Modern should not be understated. How does Modern Horizons 2 top Wrenn and 6? Well, hold on, Kirkinator. Are we talking Hogak? Are you asking how Modern Horizons 2 is going to top Hogak? Because I feel like that was the first question to ask, right? Are we... This is the Shark Typhoon. For 6. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. It's it's pretty good. Some Cryptic bounce it now? Yeah. You mean a card that'll stay around and not get banned? I really couldn't begin to speculate on something like that, dude. I have no idea. Okay. I mean, they have a good... Oh, they're Vantressing. Oh my god, that's so good for me with this Mana Leak. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll see. Oh. So I still have a Steam Vents in my deck, right? I think I do. Rude! I can't force you right now. Although they're almost dead to damage, so alright, whatever. What? Oh, slow down. Helix? Nope. Snare. Yeah, we had lethal anyway. Tempoed him out, baby. Imagine if the Cascade rule hadn't been fixed before Modern Horizons 2 Monkeys. Yeah, I mean, that would have been a time. So Sinkhole is fine. Flame Slash is bad. Spell Snare is okay. Who makes that original ruling to cascade into a card and cast the expensive side? Made no sense. Well, it wasn't designed with those cards in mind, although it did work with split cards at the time. So you could cascade into Boom Bust and cast Bust. It's not the original ruling so much as it's just the way they wrote the card. And the way they wrote the card was to be, I don't know, word conservative in a way. I don't know what the right way to say that is. That they didn't want to make the card super, super dense to read, I guess. I'm not... Like, you flip until you hit a non... Yeah, concise, thank you. Not to be wordy. Thank you. No, a Bring to Light into Valky still works just fine. They have not changed that part. So Pulse can come out here for sure. Vista. So bring in Dispute, Veil, and I'm taking out Flame Slash, Vista, Pulse. Yeah, you can bring to light, choose the card, Valky, God of Lies, and cast Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter. That is correct. You can still do that. So I don't think I need Aether Gust yet. Well, it's because it's not that good. That's why they didn't have to change it. They changed Cascade instead. You wanted to cascade into Granted? That was your big play? Okay, so they're not playing Wrenn and Six, so it's not like mandatory that I need to have some kind of counter up on turn one. This hand is not great, but it very easily could be. Although if I draw Wrenn and Six, this hand does not help that, so... Wait, what? They fixed Cascade, right? They only fixed Cascade. And I think they fixed Cascade in a way that made the most sense and did the least collateral damage. It was literally the fix that I pitched before they did it. So when you Cascade now, it used to be the case that you hit a card, right? A card with converted mana cost lower than the spell you originally cast. And then you could play a spell that you still had to prove, basically, had a lower converted mana cost than the card you originally played. Whereas before, you just hit a card, and then you could cast it. And casting it allowed you to play either side of a double face card. Oh, this could be bad. So I have Dispute and Veil here. So I just have to hope that I'm going to hit one of my 27 lands. Right, that was what everyone was doing. It destroyed both Modern and Legacy for about 2 weeks. It was horrifying. Shit. Yeah. Well, I've never seen the data on it, but it certainly felt like it was worse than Hogak. Certainly seemed to be worse. Correct, yeah. Whereas split cards, you can cast either side of the split card because when you cascade into it, the split card's sum cost is what you're looking at. Excuse me? Okay. Nice. Thank you. I don't have a second green to play the Veil. The upside of this resolves is ludicrously high, but I think I can wait. So if they cycle a Shark Typhoon here for 4, I'm going to be in big trouble. So maybe I need to force some action. Wrenn and Six, Mystical Dispute, or not Mystical Dispute. Wrenn and Six, Cryptic Command, Mystical Dispute. Fuck. Double fuck. Alright, well. If they're making Counterspell Modern legal, they should unban your Once Upon a Time. I don't think that makes a lick of sense, but, you know, you do you. That's just the worst. Oh, they minused it? Alright, well. Shit. If I had waited 1 turn. So I'm guessing they have another Force of Negation. But that's fine. If they counter the Lightning Bolt, I still have the Snap. So they need another card. Maybe they'll have it, but... I actually should have realized I could use the Shark Typhoon here. But maybe this play ends up working out for me. Because they used a Force of Negation there. So, we'll see. Expected Viper. You know, the casual Viper. You know, it's said that most Vipers are Vipers that people actually knew were there. It's true. Scary fact. To draw a counter. I don't think that's how you think that works the Mosby. Veil only draws you a card if your opponent has played a black or blue spell. It does not draw you a card on its own. So I don't think that that works the way you're thinking that works. This is big enough to avoid Bolter Helix. To draw out a counter. To draw out a counter. I see. I see. I didn't want to. I don't know. Because if they had a Helix, they just don't care. Unless you're talking about cast Veil, then Snap, then Bolt. Yeah, I mean, wishes were fishes. So like here, I could Veil and then Cryptic Command this, I guess, is what you're saying. But I think that just ends up 2-for-1ing me. Like, and I don't have an out for them recasting the Teferi anyway. Jeez. Oh my god, that's sick. I feel like Uro would be really good in this deck. Me too, somehow. Somehow I think Uro would be really good here. Not sure how I know that. Interesting if true. Don't do it. Don't do it, opponent. You can't just play it to Teferi. Yeah, exactly. Fuck. And they're smart enough to down ticket. I think. Oh, this time they up ticket. So they didn't have protection. So. Snare that. Shoot, I could have. Yeah, Jiggy, I'm sorry. Yeah, brain unhooked. Brain just unhooked totally. It just decided, like, I couldn't interact with anything. I think I still was thinking the Teferi was in play. I don't know why. No part of me saw that Cleansing Wildfire and said, that's a 2CMC spell. Spell Snare counters a 2CMC spell. Pretty dead here. We'll see. No, you're not, Kirkinator. I think they're beautiful, but I don't like them being lands in my game of Magic. I would prefer if they were lands in someone else's Viking game. That would be sweet. Yeah, that's gonna be it. This fucking card, dude. There we go. Lots of people don't like them. Rest assured, if you don't like something in Magic, there are other people who don't like it. Oh, I mean, I love the black and white. I just can't deal with that being what lands look like. Yeah, we're good. Just need to draw better. I mean, I kind of retrospectively punted that game where I didn't have their poor representation of the card name. Yeah. But I mean, if we're going to get into semantic definitions of what an island is. Yeah, this is a good one. How's Lantern Control? I 0-5'd with it, so pretty standard. Pretty much what you'd expect. Opponent mulls a 6. The build felt very promising, hands. I was thinking about it on my run, and I think with that deck, what you need to do is you need to like decide from turn 1 that like you're getting a bridge down. As long as you know you're against an aggressive deck, let's just like focus all your efforts on your game plan of getting a bridge into play, and then you can worry about other stuff. But my problem was I was always like splitting my attention on like trying to get a bridge into play, but also trying to set up all the mill rocks, but also trying to, you know, figure out how to whir into prison pieces. Is the Urza Lantern list, yeah. Yeah. The one that's been 5-0ing the last couple of dumps. You've lost to it with a tax effect on the board. Interesting. No snap opt, please. Nice. Okay. Go, Sharkly. Bruh. Specifically said no geeks. Cryptic this. Force the Teferi. Hope that they don't have Mystical Dispute or Spell Pierce at any point. I'm really hoping to draw a blue card there, but alright. Cryptic on summon a land? Yeah. Sometimes it's really good. The problem that they're having is mostly a color problem. If they find red mana, they're going to be able to kill the flagstones and do that whole nonsense. And, okay. I don't really want to use that right now. Which is fine, as long as I know that. The 2/2? That's bigger than my 1/1. It's not okay. I didn't buy in for this. Oh, no, 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 no. Attacking. It's all gone so horribly wrong. Oh, they got the red mana. Ha! With 2 1/1s, I have the power of a 2/2. Jeez. The power of a 2/2. 2/2 shark do 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 do. 2/2. Rats. All right. Now I shall be the one to trade my bolt for a shark token. Oh wait, no, they killed an Ice-Fang. That was a 2-for-1 for me. Excellent. It's all falling into place. Okay. And Wrenn and Six. Lightning Bolt's like a Wrenn and Six. Well, it's red. Well. This man can help you. He's a scientist. Is it Batman? No, it's not Batman. Here's a man to help you. Is it Batman? No, he's a scientist. Batman's a scientist. So I can make a 5/5 shark. My opponent is playing more than one Shark Typhoon. This is a problem for me. Shit. It's really counting on this Sinkhole to be the answer to Teferi Plus. You sunk my shark. They found their Teferi before I found my Wrenn and Six, so I'm just gonna get eaten alive. Feel like, yeah. Yeah. Do it. Don't you dare Fate Seal. Good. Woof. This game's tight. Now I need to draw Jace the Mind Sculptor. It would be fair then, right? Right? The lands are exactly even, but they've gone up cards in hand by 1. They were on the draw, so that's not actually. All right. Okay, so if I draw Wrenn and Six and then pick up a fetch land, cycle the fetch land, and hit anything relevant, or maybe in this, but my Sinkhole's already gone, so it's got to be the one snap, I guess. Yeah, and they have to have nothing to beat that. I guess if I had a Jace and it resolved, yeah. Yeah. So 2-3. 2-3. I think this deck has too many lands in it. 28 is insane. Even when I boarded down to 27 there, we flooded out a bunch of times. Which obviously is not a huge difference. And, you know, we did not play the largest sample size in total, but 20 is a lot. Even with the 4 Lonely Sandbars, that's crazy. Did you only have 4 Wrenn and Six? I suppose the alternative would have been to mull more aggressively for Wrenn and Sixes, but it's so hard to do against a deck that can hit you with Force of Negation. And you can't... Oh, thanks, Pizza Party USA. Hope you had a good time there. Yeah, I'm just wrapping up on this deck because you knocked me down to the 2-3 bracket, so no burritos for us today. It's been a tough day. Cut lands. Well, yeah. So I mean, you start off with cutting the Vista, play Serum Visions or opt. I mean, I think I want another Snapcaster first, and I think I want. Oh no, nothing to be sorry about, Pizza Party. It's not your fault. You played a great match. Never be sorry about that. Just exploring this deck, and you did a good job. I mean, it spoke to the vulnerability of this color combination versus Jeskai, is that you don't get to play Teferi, and the Jeskai players do, and Teferi is a big problem if it resolves. I have Sinkhole 1, and I have some Lightning Bolts, but other than that, it's very, very difficult to deal with. And there's one Shark Typhoon, right? So I think I would cut two lands for another Shark Typhoon and another Snapcaster Mage, and then see where that gets me. Maybe I would even go Foothills out, add another Field of Ruin, and then add the other Shark Typhoon. Snake and Wrenn are fine. I mean, they're really good cards. I love them both very, very much. I mean, Wrenn and Six is the reason to play red and green in your blue control deck. I mean, Wrenn and Six plus Jace is just the most insane engine ever. If you get that running together, every turn you're brainstorming and shuffling. Or you're brainstorming with a shuffle, which is the nuts. Or you've got Wrenn and Six and Lonely Sandbar, and you're just golden there. So something like this to start with would probably be where I would go to. Maybe one of these mana leaks could be a Logic Knot, although I know we're already playing Sinkhole. Cut down to just red-green, add an Elf Sprawl package, a bunch of Blood Moons, and you're golden. I've played the red-green mid-range deck before. I don't particularly care for it. Is Goyf bad? Well, Goyf's bad for a pure control deck, Daily Llama. If you want to play Goyf, you could, but I think the Luris Sultai deck with that Aspiring Spike was working on the other week, I think that's a much better place for that. But I have a 4-color. So actually, I've been playing 4-color control, and this is the version. Was this the version I was working on? No. Well, this was the version I was working on. This one was playing Skred and Abominable Treefolk, as well as the Dead of Winters. So this one's Coatl doesn't seem that great. I love Coatl, so I ride or die with Coatl. Oh yeah, no turtle power. That was Teamwork Control we were playing, just hard control. But Teamwork Control has the problem that it's harder to deal with larger creatures, and there's just no accessible Wrath effect, so it's pretty tricky. Pulse of Murasa was kind of great though. Makes me want to try playing a copy of that in the Iceberg list. So yeah, this 4-color deck hasn't felt like it needed Abundant Growth. And I think if you want to play Abundant Growth, you can play an 80 card version, which I do have a recording of me playing on my YouTube. So if you check my YouTube there, you can find an 80 card Urian Iceberg deck is what it's called. BURG is black, blue, red, green. For this deck, some of the problems I was running into last time were that Skred was really bad in a lot of the control matchups. So I think maybe you could play like Bloodchief's Thirst and Bolt, maybe 2/2 split or something like that. But this is a different deck than what we were just playing. But I think some of the changes I made here, in theory, would move the needle a little bit closer. So the second Field of Ruin, but we go down a total of 2 lands to play another Snapcaster Mage and another Shark Typhoon. Because it was feeling super light on action a bunch of times. We just flooded out. I think 26 lands is probably about as high as I'd be willing to go. Yeah. This put us down to 8 fetches. Maybe... Anyway, Coatl doesn't seem great until you play against it and realize how good it is. Well, it's like there are even times where like on my turn 2 I pass with mana up and blue red prowess will just be like Sprite Dragon attack you with the Swiss Spear and the Sprite Dragon, and you're like Ice-Fang block your 1/1 Sprite Dragon. Does that happen all the time? No, but it probably happens more than most people would think it would. Do I have play points to just go? I do. All right. We got a good crowd here. Who wants to see some more Magic the Gathering? Because anyway, for the people in the future on my YouTube, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, blah, blah, blah. Do all the things. You're great.